archives, whenever they're going to be opened, are going to reveal extraordinary levels of detail.
What if the Vatican holds secrets that could change everything we know about history? For centuries, priceless treasures, ancient writings, and shocking revelations have been locked away. Now, after 500 years, the vaults are opening, and what's been uncovered so far is mind-blowing. You won't believe what the Vatican's hiding. Will the truth be more than we can handle? Stay tuned, because the most astonishing discoveries are just beginning. Vatican's hidden secrets. The Vatican, for centuries, has kept its most valuable and mysterious secrets hidden behind its thick walls and locked gates. These hidden treasures and ancient documents, guarded in the heart of the Vatican, have remained largely out of the public eye. Only a few select individuals were allowed to access these archives. But now, after 500 years, some of the Vatican's most secret vaults have been opened to the world.
Secrets surrounding the controversial papacy of Pope Pius XII are being revealed to the world today from the Vatican's secret archives.
Scholars and historians are now unlocking the Church's hidden past, revealing priceless treasures, ancient writings, and clues that could change everything we know about history. The Vatican's archives may contain secrets that challenge the world's understanding of religion, politics, and science. What secrets might still be hidden, waiting to be discovered? The 500-year-old vault. In a fascinating twist of fate, a restoration project inside the Vatican led to the discovery of something truly remarkable. Hidden for centuries beneath layers of dirt and soot, a forgotten masterpiece was uncovered. Two never-before-seen paintings by the legendary artist Raphael. These frescoes, believed to be around 500 years old, were found in a room called the Room of Tears, a place where newly elected popes go for private reflection. The discovery was completely accidental, but it revealed a stunning artistic treasure. Art restorers were working on cleaning the frescoed walls of the room when faint outlines of beautiful paintings began to emerge. As they carefully peeled back the layers of grime, a vibrant and rich work of art was slowly brought to life. These frescoes are thought to have been created during the golden age of the Renaissance, a period when famous artists like Michelangelo and Raphael himself were at the height of their careers. However, a major question remains. Who exactly painted these incredible works? While many experts believe they could be the work of Raphael's students or a lesser-known artist from his time, no one can say for sure. Despite all the clues pointing to a master artist of the Renaissance, the true identity of the painter remains one of the Vatican's many art mysteries yet to be solved. The hidden room beneath the Medici chapels at the Basilica of San Lorenzo in Florence, an extraordinary discovery was made. In 1975, a hidden room was uncovered while searching for a new exit for the museum. This small, almost unnoticed space had been sealed off for centuries. What was found inside, however, was priceless. Sketches believed to be created by none other than Michelangelo himself. The room, thought to have been used as a hideout by Michelangelo during the political turmoil in Florence in 1530, holds rough chalk and charcoal sketches. These drawings provide a rare glimpse into the mind of one of history's greatest artists.
Scholars will come back, pause and look at the drawings and start to do more analysis
during a particularly challenging time in his life. Some sketches show early versions of his most famous works, including studies for sculptures found in the Medici tombs. Others seem to depict figures from the Sistine Chapel, offering valuable insight into Michelangelo's creative process. Though the sketches are not polished masterpieces, they reveal Michelangelo's genius and dedication to his craft. They allow us to see the evolution of his ideas before they became the iconic works of art we know today. This hidden room, locked away for centuries, has now become a treasure trove of artistic history, giving us a rare look at the early stages of Michelangelo's genius. Vatican Necropolis, beneath the Grand St. Peter's Basilica, lies a hidden world that many people don't know about. The Vatican Necropolis. This vast underground burial site dates back to Roman times and offers a fascinating glimpse into the early days of Christianity. Discovered in the mid-20th century, the necropolis, also known as the Scavi, contains tombs and remains from the 1st to 4th centuries AD. The site stretches hundreds of meters underground and features burial chambers adorned with intricate frescoes and mosaics. These ancient graves provide a direct connection to the roots of Christianity, offering insights into the lives of early Christians.
Extraordinary to think that with the creation of a car park, the Santa Rosa car park, you have this discovery.
And how they practiced their faith. The discovery of these burial sites under one of the most famous churches in the world has been crucial in understanding the historical and spiritual journey of the church. The excavation of the necropolis was a delicate task, as the Vatican needed to protect both the ancient artifacts and the basilica above. Advanced preservation techniques were used to safeguard the fragile artwork and structures. Today, the Vatican necropolis remains one of the most significant archaeological sites, holding secrets that continue to reveal the deep and rich history of early Christianity. Ancient paper documents. Deep inside the Vatican archives lies a collection of ancient documents that spans over 1,000 years. These papers hold the stories of major world events, the rise of Christianity, and personal letters between popes, rulers, saints, and even scientists. While some of these records have been shared with the public, many remain hidden, sealed away from view. Among the most mysterious and tightly kept secrets are the papal documents from the Inquisition during the Middle Ages. Although a portion of the Inquisition records have been made available, much of the information remains locked away. These hidden files might contain shocking details about the Church's interrogation methods, private decisions regarding individual cases, and secret correspondence between inquisitors and the Pope. What could these unseen documents reveal? Could they change the way we view the Church's role in history? Some historians believe that uncovering these documents could shed light on dark chapters in history, challenging long-held perceptions about the Church's past. With the Vatican archives still holding many secrets, we can only wonder what secrets are still locked away and waiting to be discovered in these ancient papers. Codex Vaticanus revealed. One of the most significant treasures hidden in the Vatican Library is the Codex Vaticanus, an ancient manuscript that holds immense value in the world of biblical studies. Dating back to the 4th century AD, the Codex is one of the oldest and most complete copies of the Bible ever discovered. Written in Greek, this manuscript is an essential resource for theologians, historians, and scholars alike. The Codex Vaticanus was first mentioned in Vatican library records in the 15th century, during the papacy of Pope Nicholas I. Despite surviving centuries of wars, political changes, and religious debates, this ancient text remains remarkably well preserved. Originally, it contained all 73 books of the Bible, but over time, sections of it were lost. Some of the missing parts include the end of the book of Hebrews and portions of Timothy, Titus, Philemon, and Revelation. Even though parts of the Codex are missing, it remains one of the most important manuscripts in the study of early Christianity. The Vatican's careful preservation of the Codex has allowed this ancient document to continue offering insights into the Bible's early versions and the history of Christian texts. Early Christian catacombs beneath the streets of Vatican City lies an underground world that dates back to the early days of Christianity. The ancient catacombs. These burial sites, some of which date back to the 2nd century AD, were used by early Christians to bury their dead and express their faith through art. Many of these catacombs were created as a refuge during times of persecution, when Christians had to practice their religion in secret. The walls of the catacombs are covered with frescoes and paintings, offering a glimpse into the beliefs of early Christian communities. These paintings often feature simple symbols, but over time, they evolved into more elaborate depictions of biblical scenes. The art found in the catacombs reflects the shift from basic symbols to full scenes, revealing how early Christians expressed their faith and their growing connection to Christianity's rich narrative. The catacombs were not just burial sites, they also served as places for worship and reflection. Dug into soft volcanic rock, many of the catacombs extend across several levels and contain beautifully painted frescoes that have survived for centuries. These catacombs provide valuable insight into the religious and cultural practices of early Christians and remain an important part of the Vatican's historical legacy. Mummies in the Vatican. Among the many treasures housed within the Vatican Museum, you might not expect to find mummies, but they are indeed there. While not as famous as the mummies found in Egypt's pyramids, the mummies in the Vatican are still incredibly fascinating. Some of these mummies date back as far as 2000 BCE, and they offer a unique connection to ancient civilizations outside of Egypt. The Vatican's Egyptian Museum, which was opened by Pope Gregory XVI in 1839, holds several mummies and other ancient artifacts that were brought to Europe during the 18th and 19th centuries, when Egyptology became a growing interest in Europe. During this period, explorers and collectors traveled to Egypt and brought back mummies, tombs, and other relics. These mummies were preserved through various methods, such as embalming or natural processes, and they provide valuable insights into ancient burial practices and the ways different cultures approach death and the afterlife. The Vatican's collection reflects the broader European fascination with ancient Egypt and has made the museum an essential stop for those interested in ancient history and the cultural exchanges between Europe and the ancient world. Leonardo da Vinci's Codex. One of the hidden gems in the Vatican Library is the Codex Vaticanus Urbinus, 1270, a collection of Leonardo da Vinci's writings and sketches. After his death in 1519, this codex was carefully compiled by his student, Francesco Melzi. Unlike da Vinci's other notebooks, which are often disorganized and filled with scattered thoughts, the codex is well-structured and offers a clearer insight into da Vinci's brilliant mind. The Vatican obtained this codex in the 17th century, and it has remained a valuable resource for scholars, revealing some of da Vinci's deepest interests and ideas. Among the most fascinating aspects of the codex is his detailed study of human anatomy. Da Vinci's meticulous sketches of muscles, bones, and organs demonstrate his incredible desire to understand the human body, which was central to his work as both an artist and a scientist. But da Vinci's curiosity didn't stop at anatomy. The codex also contains his thoughts on mechanics, physics, and principles of movement. Through this collection, we see how da Vinci blended art and science, constantly pushing boundaries in both fields. The Codex remains a vital part of the Vatican's collection, offering a unique window into the genius of one of history's most iconic figures, the obelisk in St. Peter's Square. Standing tall in the center of St. Peter's Square, the Vatican's impressive obelisk is not only a significant historical monument, but also a symbol of power, faith, and ancient Egyptian culture. Originally built around 1300 BCE by Pharaoh Ramses II in the city of Heliopolis, the obelisk was designed to honor the Egyptian gods and demonstrate the might of the pharaohs. However, its journey to the Vatican didn't happen until much later. In 1586, Pope Sixtus V ordered the obelisk to be moved to its current location in St. Peter's Square. Peter's Square. The task was an enormous engineering challenge, as the obelisk weighs over 300 tons and stands about 84 feet tall. Despite the complexity, the Vatican engineers succeeded in placing it in the square, where it remains today, surrounded by beautiful colonnades designed by Gian Lorenzo Bernini. These columns form a symbolic embrace, welcoming visitors to the heart of the Catholic Church. The obelisk has a fascinating history, bridging ancient Egypt and the Vatican. It stands as a reminder of the Church's power and influence, as well as the connection between religion, art, and engineering. Today, it continues to attract visitors from around the world, who are drawn not only to its monumental size, but also to its connection to the long and storied history of the Vatican. The Borgia Apartments. The Borgia Apartments, located within the Vatican museums, are a stunning example of Renaissance art and a fascinating glimpse into the controversial history of the Borgia family. Commissioned by Pope Alexander VI in the late 15th century, these rooms were created by some of the finest artists of the time, including Pinturicchio. The frescoes that adorn the walls of these apartments are both beautiful and historically significant, reflecting the power and intrigue surrounding the Borgia papacy. The Borgia family, known for their political machinations and scandals, played a significant role in the Church's history. Despite the controversies surrounding Pope Alexander VI and his family, the Borgia Apartments remain a symbol of the artistic and cultural richness of the Renaissance. The frescoes depict religious themes, as well as allegorical and mythological subjects, showcasing the skill of the artists and the influence of the Borgia family on the Church. One of the most famous frescoes in the Borgia Apartments is The Resurrection of Christ, which captures the moment of Christ's victory over death. This artwork, along with others in the rooms, gives insight into the religious and political climate of the time. While the Borgia legacy is often associated with corruption and scandal, these apartments stand as a testament to the cultural achievements of the era, making them an important part of Vatican history. the Shroud of Turin. The Shroud of Turin is one of the most mysterious and widely debated relics in Christian history. This linen cloth, believed by many to be the burial shroud of Jesus Christ, bears the faint image of a man who appears to have been crucified. The image on the shroud, complete with blood stains and markings consistent with crucifixion wounds, has intrigued scholars, religious believers, and skeptics for centuries. The shroud first appeared in France in the 14th century, but its origins remain a mystery. Some believe it was brought to Europe by crusaders, while others suggest it was created much later. In 1988, radiocarbon dating tests suggested the shroud was made between 1260 and 1390 CE, which would place it in the medieval period rather than ancient times. However, this dating is controversial, as some experts argue that the sample tested may have come from a patched part of the cloth, not the original fabric. Many theories surround the creation of the image on the shroud. Some propose natural explanations, such as heat or light, while others suggest microbial activity may have played a role. Despite the years of research and debate, the true origins and purpose of the Shroud of Turin remain unknown. For many Christians, the shroud continues to hold deep spiritual significance, representing the suffering and sacrifice of Jesus Christ. This is only the beginning of uncovering the Vatican's deepest secrets. But what about the mysteries beneath the streets of Paris? In our next video, we'll take you inside the haunting catacombs of Paris, an underground world full of secrets waiting to be explored. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and join us for more shocking revelations. Don't miss it.